everyone. I'm Jane. Thanks for stopping by. I got a very interesting letter in the mail recently that I wanted to share with you. I just a little bit of background and what may apply to this medical integrity in quotes is that a little bit of a story time. I had a doctor change offices, and when the doctor left that office, they contacted me and wanted to hook me up with somebody else. And it really took some time to find out where this doctor went if I wanted to continue care under that doctor. And I've heard people talk about, being upset that their doctor had quit an office. They felt pretty abandoned. But they just needed to wait to find out where this doctor went to continue care. Okay, and that is the rules of the road, so to speak. Um, so, anyway, I received this letter, and I want to read it to you because all of what I said does apply. I altered it a little bit just so I wasn't completely doxing myself, but I'm Jane from Arizona. I got a letter from Arizona Endocrinology Center, care of ID experts from Georgia. And I'm like, what is this? And I'll describe in advance who these people are so you get the context of it because I was really kind of baffled by it. I've never been seen by Arizona Endocrinology Center, but I had registered with them to see a doctor, and I didn't remember his name, but I had canceled out, and had another doctor um, lined up. So I never was seen in this office. Okay. Dear Jane, we value our patients and respect the privacy of your information, which is why, as a precautionary measure, we are writing to let you know about an incident that involved a limited amount of your personal information. Dr. Rohit Dwivedi was previously one of our physicians. In January, he was preparing to leave our practice to join another medical group, More MD. On January 12th, Dr. Dwivedi downloaded basic information about patients, including you, from our electronic medical records. The specific information Dr. Dwivedi downloaded was patient name, phone number, mailing address, name of primary doctor, and your identifying number assigned to each patient by the electronic medical record. The information downloaded by Dr. Dwivedi did not include your social security number, driver's license number, birth date, financial information, insurance information, or any medical information. We recently learned that Dr. Dwivedi provided the patient information he downloaded to More MD, the separate medical group he joined. More MD used that information to send text messages to patients. The text messages informed patients that Dr. Dwivedi was moving to More MD and or advertised the services of More MD. I'm going to pause just a second. Back in the day, probably into the 70s, maybe 80s, I don't remember a specific date, but I do remember it was completely unethical for medical doctors to advertise, except maybe in the yellow pages to find a doctor. Okay? They did not have splashy ads, period. Pharmaceuticals could not advertise with the exception of over the counter medication. So here we have a guy stealing information from a doctor's office. Yikes. Okay, we were not aware that Dr. Dwivedi had downloaded or used our patient information in this way until February 17th, after some of our patients informed us that they had received text messages from More MD. We reviewed our systems and discovered Dr. Dwivedi had downloaded patient information on January 12th. I don't care how good or bad of a doctor is. This is so unethical. This is what has become of things. You guys, this is so wrong, this lack of integrity. Okay, and they continue. We were not aware that Dr. Dwivedi had downloaded or used our patient information in this way until February 17th, after some of our patients informed us that we had received text messages. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. We have been working diligently to investigate this incident. Dr. Dwivedi is no longer one of our physicians, and More MD is a completely separate medical group that has no relationship with our practice. As a result, it has been difficult to obtain solid assurances from Dr. Dwivedi and More MD that they have permanently deleted your information and have not used or disclosed your information for any other purpose. Of course, you are free to contact Dr. Dwivedi and More MD directly to ask them about your personal information. Arizona Endocrinology Center takes your privacy very seriously. We have policies to protect patient information. We train our physicians and staff members on patient privacy, and we require our physicians to sign agreements to keep patient information confidential. We sincerely regret that this incident occurred. If you have any questions, you may contact our office. So I did, and then it's sincerely Chet Monder, and I didn't recognize his name. Again, I haven't been to this office, although I had made an appointment. Doubtful I gave them records up to this point. Can't remember. This was and I did call the office. This is from 2015 when I was seeking out care. Okay, I did contact them. They said I would probably hear again from this company. They have hired what's the name of it? The ID, um, let's see, COID experts, and they did the forensic testing. That became apparent. The forensic testing to see when this doctor downloaded the information and that to take with him, stealing information that's private. Okay. And, it isn't like, this Dr. Dwivedi had some kind of naivety about this, knowing right from wrong. I mean, this is medical ethics 101, and all of this information is substantiated on the web. Dr. Dwivedi has been an endocrinologist or a doctor for over 20 years. Okay, I want to point this out, not just the lack of integrity, but some of the problems that can arise from all this electronic monitoring. I don't know another word. I mean, all our information gets compiled. Okay, just wanted to share. Have a great day, everybody.